Today we're looking at Magic the Gathering cards that are going to copy your homework, or potentially copy your homework. I'm going to start off with Echo Mage. It's a 3-mana human wizard with level up, and if you level it up to level 2 for the low cost of 4 mana, it then gains the activated ability of double blue tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. And also if you can get it up to level 4, it's a wonderful 2/5 creature, but you pay double blue tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell twice. You may choose new targets for the copy. I might copy it so many times people will think I'm the original owner of the thing. But next, let's take a look at Little Dead Fly's copy artifact. That's right, you haven't patented it yet. You don't have. If you didn't patent it, I'm gonna patent it before you. Copy artifact, 2-mana enchant. It's an enchantment? Yeah, I guess so. You may have copy artifact enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. The very rare moment an artifact is also an enchantment at the same time. John with the copy Crook. Now remember, this has got to at least copy something of your opponent's. It cannot copy just your own stuff. Copy Crook. It's a very shapy shifter roguey. You know what? You would think that someone like as slippery like that would copy your stuff. 4-mana 0/0. You can enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has, when this creature attacks, it also connives, which means you draw a card and discard a card. And if you discarded a non-land card, we get a +1/+1 counter. Okay, Jonathan, the right of replication. It's a fan. This is a huge casual fan. The casuals, you love this card. 4-mana sorcery with a kicker of 5. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. And if the spell was kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. I get, like, what is it? Shouldn't this just be better than Clone in general? Because Clone is at sorcery speed, right? It's also 4 mana. Except this one has upside. You have a bunch of extra mana, you make a bunch of extra creatures. I guess the difference is that someone else could kill that creature in response and then fizzle this card, whereas Clone, with it on the stack, you just copy something else that's on the battlefield. Argentina with the followed footsteps. Following where? 5-mana aura, enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a token that's a copy of enchant creature on the battlefield. That's insane. That happen every single turn. The beginning of your upkeep, yeah. So as long as the creature's still on the battlefield. Hopefully it's something that someone else will defend for you, for the most part. Okay, we have Nola. Helm of the Host. Of the Host. Does this copy other people's stuff, though? Remember, we have to copy other people's homework. At the beginning of combat in your turn, create a token that's a copy of equipped creature. That has to be your creature, though. Disqualified. So we have to at least copy it has to at least be able to copy something that's not ours, because this is an equipment. Fork you. Instant for double red. Copy target instant or sorcery spell, except that the copy is red. You may choose new targets for the copy. And the funny thing about this is it's very often likely copying your own card. At least it was at the time. You don't have enough lightning bolts in your deck, just fork it. Fork your stupid lightning bolt. Lewis, Dualcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage's red cousin. Also a human wizard. Oh, I thought this was a goblin for some reason. 3-mana 2/2 flash. When it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah, choose new targets for the copy. What's the best thing you ever copied off of Dualcaster Mage? You let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know in chat. You let me know everywhere. Red Elect with the super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat. Vesuvian Doppelganger. Getting a little doppy around here. My favorite OG card. Oh, this was the original Clone. 5 mana. When it comes into play, you choose a creature in play. If you do, it becomes a copy of that creature, except for its color. So it stays blue. And it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may have this creature become a copy of target creature except for its color. If you do, this creature gains its ability. Oh, it's on the reserved list. I was wondering, like, why don't we see this today? This is like a pretty cool card. I think it's pretty neat. It's nice design. It's Clone, but you can switch it up every single turn. Anyway, yeah, surprising that it's not Sorry, not surprised that it hasn't been reprinted because it's on the reserve list. Steve Cooper with Autumn Soldier. I love clone cards for my Urza deck to copy the Karnstruct. That's what you use them for? That's terrible. Aren't there just other cards? Can't you just blink the Urza or something? Okay, we have a 6-mana Alien Soldier. You may have Auton Soldier enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it isn't legendary. It is an artifact in addition to its other types, and it has Myriad. Ah, yes. A classic Myriad. Send a myriad of creatures to your opponents. Next, let's take a look at... Okay, Nola wants redemption. You're after redemption here, Nola. Twin cast. Let's see if Nola gets redemption here. Probably. Blue instant. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Is that Fork? Isn't Fork reserve list? They reprinted a reserve list card. In blue. No, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Pacers fan forever. The flair of duplication. Try pulling that off during your exam. Pacers fan forever. What are you doing over there? Nothing. I'm doing nothing. It's a 3-mana instant. You may sacrifice a non-token red creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Oh, this was the red flare. I don't even think about the red flare. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's terrible. Well, maybe, okay, I think in one-on-one Magic, it's terrible. Probably in Commander, it's fine, because you have a lot of creatures probably that are expendable, and the upside is enormous. What's it called? There's that 3-mana red card. I don't remember the circumstances, but it can often be played for 0. It is always backbreaking. It completely swings the game every single time it's played, and Flare of Duplication is so close to that. So close to that. Makes me wonder, what's the white flare? I don't even know what that is. We got Kaden in the house. Croaking Counterpart. If it hasn't been done already. Oh, it's pretty early in the show. We got Frog. It's a 3-mana sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target non-frog creature, except it's a 1/1 green frog. Oh, so we just want the ETBs and activated abilities. Also has flashback for 5 mana. So you can copy it twice. Might even sell the extra copies on the open black market. White Flare makes creatures indestructible. That's terrible. It's probably not worth it. But thanks for letting me know. We got Chris Plummer, Dance of Many. Dance of Many is a blue enchantment. When Dance of Many enters the battlefield, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of target non-token creature. When Dance of Many leaves the battlefield, exile the creature token. When the creature token leaves the battlefield, sacrifice Dance of Many. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Dance of Many unless you pay 2. I was about to say, wow, this is a super underrated, underplayed card until that part. Right, they're perpetually taxing me for 2 mana. They don't make Magic cards like that anymore. That's a mechanic that's... I wonder, maybe they should bring this mechanic back. Like, this is how they should push broken cards. Like, if they make a broken card, it should have this perpetual upkeep to keep it in check. They don't pay the upkeep, they don't get to curve out, in my opinion. Okay, Christopher B wants this Shapeshifter's Marrow. What the hell is a Marrow? 4 mana enchantment. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, that player reveals the top card of their library. If it's a creature card, the player puts the card into the graveyard, and Shapeshifter's Marrow becomes a copy of it. That's pretty neat. That's very original, too. And it's an enchantment on top of that. How long? Yeah, it's just permanently that creature at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep. Oh, but it can change into other stuff. You also don't know what you're going to get. Life's a lot like a Shapeshifter's Marrow. You don't know what you're going to get. Or I guess the top of somebody's library. Will Anderson, you look at the Cemetery Puka. Nope. Greatest art and an interesting card. It's a 3 mana, 1/2 shapeshifter. Whenever a creature is put into a graveyard from play, you can pay 1. If you do, Cemetery Puka becomes a copy of that creature and gains this ability. Fascinating. It's a crappy little creature that can turn into anything as many times as you want as well. Okay, just a random mage with the mirror match. Oh, this better be a good card. That's a banger name. It can't be wasted. It's a nice art, but 6 mana. Instant. Cast mirror match only during the declare blocker step. For each creature attacking you or a planeswalker you control, put a token that's a copy of that creature on the battlefield, blocking that creature. Exile those tokens at end of combat. That's insane. Basically, just copy all their ETB creatures, get all the value, probably trade with everything that they're doing. And so I'm not. You might have thought I was tapping mana for Settle the Wreckage. You wish I was playing Settle the Wreckage. No, it's Mirror Match. And it looks like this match has been... you've met your match. Nola with the Super Chat. Psychic Rebuttal. You were absolutely redeemed. It's a 2 mana instant. Counter target instant or sorcery spell that targets you. It's got spell mastery though. If there are 2 or more instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard, you may copy the spell countered this way. You may choose new targets for the copy. That works too. Okay, you're fully redeemed, Nola. Fully redeemed. Yeah, we did the doppelganger, Rob. We did the doppelganger. Heat Shimmer by Bryce, the hottie. 3 mana for a sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target creature, except it has haste. And at the beginning of the end step, exile this permanent. What is the difference between this and just stealing it? Aren't there like a million creatures that like 3 mana, like yoink their creature? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not at 3. Maybe you can't steal anything at 3 mana. But it seems like just a worse version of a lot of other cards that steal, give haste, attack, and you know, etc., etc. That's right. Rebut. L. We did fork. You gotta go deeper, people. Deeper, like well, actually, this is not that deep. Fractured Identity. Great cube card. Actually, just great card in general. 5 mana sorcery, exile target non-land permanent, and each player, other than its controller, creates a token that's a copy of it. It's like just a superior clone. I'm not just copying the thing. I am stealing your identity and I'm killing you. This is like Face Off the movie for the I don't know what 5% of. I don't know. Some of you might be older. Does everyone remember the movie Face Off? Nicolas Cage. Who else was in that movie? Nicolas Cage. I'm bad with names, even when I can see their faces. John Travolta. That's what I was thinking. There we go. We got one person. I'm redeemed. No. You're just not boomer enough. Yeah, there we go. John Travolta. Okay, we have a lot of people know this movie. I wonder if aged well. I should see that again. Okay, William wants to go old school with just doppelgang. There's a lot of doppels, a lot of gangers. But what about the OG? I don't know about the OG, just one doppelgang. Oh, it's not even a creature. Okay, is fun copying an opponent's permanent 3 times and beat them to death with their own card. That's the idea. For Simic and then triple X. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. 3 copies? How much mana did you have? That's 11 mana. You're rich. What was the board? What is the table doing? Let you get that far. Kagan with the super chat. Both sides of Mirror Hall Mimic. They both copy something. 4 mana 0/0. Clone something, but it's a spirit. But it also has disturb. So what you can play this from the graveyard or something. Enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of enchanted creature, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. If Ghastly Mimicry would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Oh, so it's more powerful in the graveyard. We get a copy every single turn. That's very devilish of you. Beanpocked with Reverberate. That doesn't sound like a card that copies anything. Double red instant. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. What is the difference between this and fork? Copy target instant or sorcery spell, except that the copy is red. You may choose new targets for the copy. You know, I thought they're like trying not to copy reserve list cards. This is really close. Like, I mean, just it's the same thing, except it's not red. Fork makes it red. Okay, well, you see it right here, people. We can start printing the dual lands. We can start printing. We just won't print the original dual lands. Make the dual lands an artifact. Make it an artifact land, which might make it more. No, I don't know if it'll make it more broken. Maybe it's more balanced. Big downside, could get eaten up by Collector Roof. Just a random mage. Eye of the Storm. There it is. It's like Sauron's Eye. 7 mana enchantment. Whenever a player plays an instant or sorcery spell, remove it from the game. Then that player copies each instant and sorcery card removed from the game with Eye of the Storm. For each copy, the player may play the copy without paying its mana cost. Ooh. It's a communist card. It's not your spell. It's our spell. It's everybody's spell. Nobody owns any spell around here. It's been commandeered by the government. Okay, we got Steve Cooper with Nano Gene Conversion and a dono for chat. Is this some sort of gene therapy? It's a 4-mana sorcery. Choose target creature you control. Each other creature becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn, except it isn't legendary. Technically disqualified. Because it doesn't copy it cannot copy somebody else's cards. It actually only copies your card. So it's like you, maybe I can count it. It's like you copied your own homework and then you sold it. Okay, we'll say it counts. You sold your homework. Yeah, this is the opposite. Changes their creatures into yours. There's always that person in class who is like, I don't know, did anyone... That sounds like a great business idea if you're, like, really smart. Like, okay, give me your money, and then I'll do your homework for you. I'll help you with your project. I don't know anyone who did that. Okay, we'll move on anyway. Islarf wants telepathy. What does this have to do? You're looking at their homework, test cheating. Does not copy anything. You can't copy anything. You can see their homework, but I mean, it's like me looking at someone who did coding software development. I'm like, well, this is worthless to me. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Okay, Tresar, you're gonna get the super chat. Season of Weaving. This is... Oh, I love the art. You know, the art on Bloombro is just all bangers. 6 mana sorcery. Choose up to 5 paw worth of modes. You may choose the same mode more than once. For 1 paw, you can draw a card. For 2 paw, choose an artifact or a creature you control. Create a token that's a copy of it. That's definitely good. Not good enough. And then return each non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand. See, the thing is, we have to be able to copy our opponent's stuff. At the very least. At the very least, copy our opponent's stuff, not our stuff. Otherwise, we're just copying our own homework. Okay, so we have to give the super chat to somebody else. Let's give it to Dominic. Dominic, you get a super... Wow. Super chat is getting passed around. Stolen Strategy. I love it. The name has me sold instantly. 5 mana enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. Exile the top card of each opponent's library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Does not copy. Steals. Wow! The super chat keeps going around. This is ridiculous. Okay, Zach, you want a super chat? C double. Okay, we have a 4 mana instant. It can't be... This spell can't be copied? They have to have it's a safety valve, just in case things get out of control. Okay, choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you can choose both. Copy target spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. We did it! Create a token that's a copy of target creature. That one also works. What would happen if Bolt was cast, then Fork, then Bolt, then Fork, then Bolt on the Eye of Storm? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. It sounds like chaos. Chaos ensues. Will Anderson, did you look at Lazav Demir Mastermind? I did not. Interesting commander for casual games. Dimir Mastermind. 4 mana, 3/3 with hexproof. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may have Lazav Dimir Mastermind become a copy of that card, except its name is Lazav Dimir Mastermind. It's legendary in addition to his other types, and it has hexproof and this ability. It's fascinating. I like these cards that get... You know what? I think it's sort of cool, these cloning cards that actually get to change. You know, they're supposed to be shapeshifters, right? Except mostly in the game, they shapeshift to literally one creature. They should be more like... more like a shapeshifter. Just trying to remember the name of that clone in X-Men, the clone lady. I don't remember her name though. Arion with Hive Mind. This card lets everyone else copy your homework. Okay. Well, we let that Steve Cooper one fly, so I guess we're gonna let this one fly too. 6 mana. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell... No, wait, you can copy your opponent's stuff too. Each other player copies that spell, and each of those players may choose new targets for the copy. Yeah, that works. Mystique! That's right, Mystique. I forgot about Mystique's name. Sorry about you, Mystique. I don't know, the names are just bad for me. You know what hurts? We keep getting introduced to more Magic the Gathering cards at a super high rate, and for every new name that enters my brain, an old one has to leave from some, something of my database for names. It cannot contain every name. It's impossible. Alan, what do you got for me? Report. Okay, we have refuse/cooperate. I have the right to remain silent. Anything I say may or can be used against me in a court of law. 4 mana. So anyway, refuse. 4 mana instant. Refuse deals damage to target spell's controller, equal that spell's converted mana cost. So if you cast a 10 mana spell, 10 damage to your face. Great. This card looks great in the casual commander realm. Imagine someone playing I don't know, a 20 mana X spell or something like that, and you refuse and blast them to death. And then there's Cooperate for 3 mana. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Oh, we got a super chat. Oh no, we don't have... I did that super chat already. That's okay. Summer Mermaid Star. Tent with Mayhem. That one group of friends who cheats off their smart nerd of the friend group. Always. But you know what? C's get degrees. In the end. I can't say that they actually make a lot of money, but C's get degrees. 3 mana instant. Tempting offer. Choose target instant or sorcery spell. Each opponent may copy that spell. And may choose new targets for the copy. Wow, not you? That's ridiculous. Each opponent... Oh, no, yeah, it is you. Okay, yeah, it includes you. You copy that spell once, plus an additional time for each opponent who copied the spell this way. Oh, no, it didn't count you. So each opponent may copy the spell. So if nobody copies it, you get nothing. Oh, no, hold on. You do get 1. So you get 1 no matter what. It's worded just so weird. You may choose new targets for the copies you control. If you want copies, then they get even more copies. Evan, undercover operative. An undercover agent. 4 mana. Shapeshifter Rogue. You may have undercover operative enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it enters with a shield counter on it if you control that creature. It screws itself if you copy your own stuff. You should copy someone else's stuff. Here's an original one. Chris Plummer with Chain Lightning. Your opponents steal your homework. Well, not really, right? So, if it's played against you, and you have red mana, so a red sorcery, Chain Lightning deals 3 damage to any target, then that player, or that permanent's controller, can pay double red. And if they do, they copy the spell and choose new target. So if they are playing Chain Lightning on you, you can just directly copy it. It's like they taught you a trick that you didn't know before. How do you have no card yet, Toilet Duck? Clone Crafter. Is this someone that makes clones? They craft the clones? Maybe. 2 mana for a 1/2 human wizard. When Clone Crafter enters the battlefield, conjure a duplicate of a random creature card from an opponent's library into your hand. It perpetually gains. You may spend mana as though mana of any color to cast the spell. What a weird card. But it's alchemy. What do we expect? What do we expect? Nolan with the Deadpool card. Is it just called Deadpool? It is. 4 mana, 5/3. Enter the battlefield. You may exchange as text box and another creature's. Yoink! At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life. Pay 3. Sacrifice this creature. Each other player draws a card. I'll count it. I'll count this thing. Who else has no card yet? Quite a few people. We've got 8 Hollow with the Echo Chamber. For 4 mana artifact, pay 4, tap, target opponent chooses target creature they control, put a token creature into play, and treat it as a copy of that creature. The token creature is unaffected by summoning sickness this turn. At end of turn, remove the token from the game. Play this ability as a sorcery. Target opponent chooses... So basically, if they have 1 creature in play, I get that 1 creature. If they have more than that, they'll just give me the dinky creature. It's big downside. Uh-oh. My mouse battery is running out. Get power, my mouse. Feed on power. Okay, we're cooking. Elixir with the super chat. Panoptic Mirror. We got 5 mana artifact with imprint. You may remove an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost X in your hand from the game. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may copy an imprinted instant or sorcery card and play that copy without paying its mana cost. Disqualified. You're not copying someone else's stuff. We gotta copy. You're copying your own stuff. All right, we're gonna donate this. Who's gonna get Elixir super chat? Yeah, boy! Fractured Identity. Oh, we did. I think we did Fractured Identity. Sorry about that. Clara Oswald looks pretty on the Who art. No, we did. It was Fractured Identity, right? Fractured Identity. Yeah, this one. We were talking about Face Off. You have to look. You have to go back in the stream though to see it. Okay, Zach Magnus, we'll give you the super chat. Ooh, the cool Phyrexian Metamorph. I'm really close to playing this in Merfolk, by the way. I think it's a really neat card because it's a clone for 3 mana. So 3 mana, you may have Phyrexian Metamorph enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact, any creature on the battlefield, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. And sometimes being an artifact is a good thing in a creature deck. Sometimes. Thal says it'll copy your homework. Okay, these empty cards will copy your opponent's homework. How about that? Okay, I'm saving it. If you refresh the stream, it will update. The title does not make the rules clear. Well, the idea is that it's a card. Think of it this way. If your opponent had the card, they're copying your stuff. You cannot be copying your stuff. Your home. Okay, you know what? I get it. It does sound like you're copying your own homework, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I fixed the title. The title is fixed. Vec, assimilation. Aegis. 3 mana equipment. I have a feeling this is getting disqualified. At the beginning, so as it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target creature until Assimilation Aegis leaves the battlefield. Oh, so we can take someone else's creature. And when it becomes attached to a creature, for as long as Assimilation Aegis remains attached to it, that creature becomes a copy of the creature card exiled with Assimilation Aegis. That is a sick, awesome card. Pretty cool. It's removal and a copy. You stole somebody's homework and submitted. You just erased somebody's name and inserted your own. All right, you heard the music. We're gonna look at more cards that copy other cards, but we gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where are you gonna get these copy cards? Where to get the Forks, the Twin Cast, Dual Caster Mage, Clones, Shapeshifters. It's right here. This is the home of all the copy stuff. And I'll tell you what, not only do you want to copy your opponent's cards, you're going to want to copy my advice to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all those clones and copy cards, because it not only gets you 5% off, but it also supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards for Magic Online, the digital platform I play online, because you can play all the formats, all the paper formats, but digitally, and you can play all decks when you're renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using my coupon code Nikachu OWS. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, back to clones and other copy stuff. How to copy people's homework. Okay, we have a super chat from Pabno. Thank you very much for your super chat. Do demonstrate cards count? Maybe. Replication technique. I don't even know how, like, demonstrate works. There's too many mechanics. And if they're niche, I just don't remember what they do. And they're all too complicated these days. Replication technique, 5 mana, sorcery, demonstrate. When you cast the spell, you may copy it. If you do, choose an opponent to also copy it. Okay, I guess that works, weirdly enough. Players may choose new targets for the copies. Create a token that's a copy of target permanent you control. Oh, weird. This is going to create chaos. Because everyone gets to copy something. Just going to copy the best card that they have. Create a token that's a copy of... So they copy the spell, and then we all copy our stuff. Strange. Ya boy wants redemption. Octomancer. Copying your token homework. 5 mana. We got Frog. 3/3. Gift an octopus. At the beginning of each end step... And that octopus is big. It's an 8/8. At the beginning of each end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this turn. Ah! You get an 8/8, but guess what? I also get an 8/8. Do you regret? Two can play at this game. On Twitter, I saw a video of someone who almost died to an octopus. They're like sort of peeving it off underwater, and then all of a sudden the octopus came in and took their face and put the tentacles in their mouth, and they had to like resurface so that they could survive. It was unbelievable. Yeah, I never would have thought you could beat death by octopus. Wandering Picts. Expansion. What? Expansion of what? The universe? This is 2 mana. Copy target instant or sorcery spell with mana value 4 or less. You may choose new targets for the copy. Not only that, you actually have a second half of this. You got Explosion. 4 mana and X. It deals X damage to any target. And a separate target player can draw X cards. That is politics. Yeah, that's politics for you. Alan with Gene Stealer Patriarch. How do you steal someone's genes? That's pretty aggressive. Must be a scientist. 5 mana 4/4 Tyrannid. Gene Stealer's Kiss. Whenever Gene Stealer Patriarch attacks, put an infection counter on target creature defending player controls. Children of the Cult. Whenever a creature with an infection counter on it dies, you create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a Tyrannid in addition to its other types. That's fascinating. It's a pretty big creature. So whenever they get an infection counter... Interestingly, the infection counter doesn't do anything. It's just when the creature dies with the infection counter. It doesn't weaken them or anything. It could have been like... Could have given them at least -1/-1 or something. Fascinating card, though. Akaya. Oh, does Valky copy anything? Valky, I think yes. I just never see it happen. Is it the front? I think it's the front half. You like take a card and you can be a copy of it. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature card they revealed this way until Valky leaves the battlefield, and you pay X, choose a creature card exiled with Valky with converted mana cost X. Valky becomes a copy of that card. You know, for as many words are on the front, I just have never seen this ever get pulled off. It could happen, but it just doesn't happen. Weirdly enough. Elixir wants Vesuva. The OG, you say? Do we do this one? Oh, no, we didn't, actually. Oh, this is the land. Land. This, I think, is this the first land on the show? You may have Vesuva enter the battlefield. Tapped as a copy of any land on the battlefield. Fascinating card. I would have never known that this would have been so powerful, but, like, yeah, I guess it is. It sees a ton of play. Bell wants Mirage Mirror. Is that like seeing your Mirage Mirror should have been like you looking at a mirage and you can see a reflection out of it, which shouldn't exist because that's what makes it a mirage. 3-mana artifact, pay 2. Mirage Mirror becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. This saw some legacy play at the time because it was just good at copying. I think it was very good at copying creatures with attack triggers. Becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, enchantment, or land until end of turn. No. I'm mixing this up with another card. No, this did not see legacy play, or if it did, I don't remember where it came from. I don't think Vesuva works well with Dark Depths. You may have Vesuva enter the battlefield tapped as a copy of any land. Yeah, it doesn't work with Dark Depths, but it works well with Cloud Post. Works great. Great with Cloud Post. Accests Axis of Mortality. We have a flower. It's a 6-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. What? This doesn't really go to the show. This doesn't go with the show. It is a fascinating card, though. That could be the greatest danger swing of the game. You know, there's always somebody at the table that has like 55 life, and then someone else who's struggling at 7. It's like, well, switcheroo it around. Okay, Pabno says, well, actually, the octopods, because in Greek, the ending of us implodes into a black hole of pedantry. I have no idea. I don't know what you're going on about. Dang, several swing and misses today. Oh, do you know what? It's not as bad as it was. Like, I don't know. What was that show? Everyone was just missing out every single time. Mockingbird. This is turning into like a pretty staple card. Multi-format. I wouldn't say super multi-format all-star, but seeing a lot of play. Blue Axe for a 1/1 bird bard flying. You may have Mockingbird enter the battlefield as any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the Mockingbird, except it's a bird in addition to its other types, and it has flying. It's good stuff. It's a weird clone, but it's a good clone. The good thing about this clone is that if there's nothing on the battlefield, it can just be a 1-mana 1/1. But my biggest gripe with this card is that 1-mana 1/1 flyer sort of sucks. It's not really all that good. Indiana Jones with pure vanilla are we today? Vanilla ice cream clone 4-mana 0/0. Copy something. Everyone missing was that show about the cards that haven't been reprinted. Oh yeah. You know, actually, I was thinking about that show. It's possible I might have disqualified some people unjustly because some of those cards were they were supposedly the list cards, but they might not have been. There's actually a lot of cards in the database, even under Scryfall, that just don't actually exist in real life. Okay, Trisar wants Redemption. Copy. I think we did Copy Crook. Did we do Copy Crook? We did Copy Crook. It's been done. We did it. Been there, done that. Okay, who has no card yet? Turiat. Narset's Reversal. Copy their homework and throw it right back at them. Blue instant. Copy target instant or sorcery spell, then return it to its owner's hand. You may choose new targets for the copy. Love the art on this thing. Very nice. Very nice. Belor. Twinning staff. I know this is going to count. It's got the word twin in it. Twin and win. 3-mana artifact. If you would copy a spell one or more times, instead, copy it that many times plus an additional time. You make choose new targets for the additional copy. And for 7 mana, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. Disqualified. We have to copy other people's stuff. You know what? Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Because the first half could maybe copy... If you copy someone else's stuff with another card, this will copy it again. So the first half saved you. Absolutely saved. Excessa with Orvar. The all form. What's this worth now? Nothing? No, it's still worth quite a bit of money. It's worth a little bit of something. It's not worthless. 4 mana 3/3 shapeshifter. It's a changeling. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, if it targets one or more other permanents you control, create a token that's a copy of one of those permanents. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard a card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. This saw play in Modern for a little while because this could still see play in like Legacy, right? So or maybe not. Because this was a great counter to Archon of Cruelty. It was like the refutation. So if they Archon of Cruelty make you discard a card, you'd be like, okay, Orvar the all form. Got him. You clone that Archon of Cruelty and then also get all the triggers. It was really, really good. We did Hive Mind. Sorry about that, Timothy. Okay, Kagan. I'd like to let everyone know that I use the Mimoplasm as a commander. Mimoplasm. Is it legendary? Or they just let you? No, it's legendary. It's a total fair game. We have a 7... Oh, we need the comments. You know, if I have no comments, you let me know, everyone. We should have these comments down here. It's a 0/0 ooze. As the Mimoplasm enters the battlefield, you may exile 2 creature cards from the graveyard. If you do, it enters the battlefield as a copy of one of those cards with a number of additional +1/+1 counters on it equal to the power of the other card. Exile 2 cards. Get the power of both of them, baby. All the ETBs of the 1/1 and all the power, brute force power of the vanilla creature. Yeah, exactly. You're on TV, Zach. You're on there anyway. Trying to make all of you famous. Argentina, does broken visage count? You merely adopted the cruelty. I was born in it. Okay, broken visage is a 5 mana. It looks like a mirror. Destroy target non-artifact attacking creature. It can't be regenerated. Now you get to put a black spirit creature token into play with a creature's power and toughness. Sack the token at end of turn. Nah. I mean, you know, the flavor is there, the sentiment is there, but it's not really copying the card very well. It's copying it very poorly. You just copy, you know, I want to copy the stats of the damn thing. Okay, anyone else? No card yet? Got ya. I guess we did everybody. Oh, we got Trent Sims here. Stunt double. You idiots! These are not them. These are their stunt doubles. 4 mana 0/0 shapeshifter. Flash. You may have stunt double enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Of course, the stunt double is always evil too. Oh yeah, we didn't do saw in half. Oh no, that you saw. I think that you saw in half your own creature though, right? Also, that doesn't. Yeah, destroy target creature. If the creature dies this way, its controller. Oh yeah, okay. Huh? No one gets to copy anything. You just make two. You just make 2 copies. We have to be able to. Someone has to be able to copy somebody else's stuff. Yeah, Spaceballs 2 coming in 2027. Come on, Mel Brooks. Hold on. Hold on, Mel Brooks. 98 years old. Can still pump out some of those President Scroob quotes. Got a little President Scroob left in him. John wants Evil Twin. You could destroy your opponent's stuff, but it's not advisable. Yeah. It's not a good idea. Evil Twin. Super evil. You may have Evil Twin enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield. A little sus. and except it gains black, blue, tap, destroy target creature with the same name as this creature. And Pabno. We got Moom. Huh? Oh, no, that's not the actual card. Arden, the Usurper. Stole my Itali. Arden. Are you giving a shout out to somebody? 8 mana for a 4/4. Demons you control have Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. We're bringing demons back, people. And then Star Scourge. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile the card this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. Exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. I like it. Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. They better name it that. They might not. Could be called Spaceballs 1.5. Okay, did everyone have a card? I guess we gotta go to no 2 cards now. Bell with pirated copy. Ooh, that is such an absolute. That's a flavor win. The flavor win on this is so good. I have to give it a super chat sound effect. 5 mana 0/0. Oh, it's literally a pirate though. Oh, damn. You may have pirated copy enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it's a pirate in addition to its other types, and it has whenever this creature or another creature with the same name deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. You know what actually would be a huge flavor win? You enter a tournament with a proxy of this card. That would be a huge flavor win. Imagine, and they would probably make a note of it, like they probably posted on Twitter and Blue Sky, like this player showed up with like proxied copies of pirated copy in their deck. That would be so funny. Yeah, I know. I saw the trailer. Okay, we have Excess with Radiant Performer. Five mana 2/2 human wizard with flash. When the Radiant Performer enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, choose target spell or ability that targets only a single permanent or player. Copy that spell or ability for each other permanent or player. Oh no, that it can target. Each copy targets a different one of those perms and players. Everyone is going to suffer equally around here. Elixir with the super chat. Thank you so much. Reversal of Fortune. Sounds like an Uno card. Good old Uno reversal card. 6 mana sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may copy an instant or sorcery card and in it and play the copy without paying its mana cost. Ha! This is a very opponent reveals their hand. You may copy an instant or sorcery card. That's so weird. Is this like the only card that it's a red card that looks at someone's hand and then plays a spell from it. Yeah, there's boobies here. This is a booby card. And they say they have no more boobs on Magic the Gathering cards. Complete hogwash. There's always been booba. Okay, next. Let's get. Who else wants 2 cards? Is there such thing as copy land? Does that card exist? Oh, it does exist. We have a 3 mana enchantment. You may have copy land enter the battlefield as a copy of any land on the battlefield, except it's an enchantment in addition to its other types. So it almost feels like a reserved list card, except it was printed in 2024, so no. It can be quite reprinted. Ryan with Word of Command. But you have to spend mana. This is going to work like we want it to. Okay, black instant. Look at target opponent's hand and choose a card from it. You control that player until Word of Command finishes resolving. The player plays the card if able. While doing so, the player can activate mana abilities only if they're from lands they control. Oh, you're talking about, okay. But it doesn't copy. You're controlling the person, so it's not quite the same. But it's similar. It's got the same vibe. You know, I'll give you that. It's got the same vibe. ESMC Productions, Infinite Reflection. Is that like a broken mirror? We have a lot of copy. It basically, yeah, that's how the art was. 6 mana aura to enchant a creature. When it enters the battlefield, attached to a creature, each other non-token creature you control, becomes a copy of the creature. Non-token creatures you control enter the battlefield as a copy of enchanted creature. And you can copy someone else's creature with this card. This is a sick card. This is like 26 cents. What am I missing here other than it's 6 mana? Enters the battlefield attached to a creature, each other non-token creature you control. I get to I basically, all my creatures are the biggest creature on the board now. Oh, well, I think this card looks great. It looks very strong even for Commander. Benjamin Berkey with the second card. Reiterate. Fork with buyback. And isn't the land to use for Dark Depths Thespian Stage? Correct. That's it. Hey, look. Did I mention Vesuva is played in Dark Depths? I thought I just said Vesuva is played in decks, in competitive decks. It's played very often in Primeval Titan, Cloud Post. Sometimes those are the same deck. Sometimes they're not. Anyway, reiterate. This is and I think Vesuva also played in lands, the lands deck. Okay, reiterate. 3 mana instant with buyback. And it's a fork, yeah. Copy target instant or sorcery spell. You can choose new targets for the copy. We did Doppelgang. It's my main win con in my current standard deck. If done, juggle the performance. Oh, you said that? Oh, don't worry. It's okay. You play alchemy or something? One of those weirdos. 3 mana sorcery. Each player discards their hand, then conjures a duplicate of each of 7 random cards from the library of the player to the right into their hand. What the hell does this do? The duplicates perpetually gain mana of any type can be spent to cast this spell. What a bizarre card. Then the conjures a duplicate. Well, you do get a copy. It's a duplicate. Pedgeman loves shapeshifters. Pedgeman loves alchemy. Okay, 8 hollow with Mnemonic Deluge. 9 mana sorcery. Exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Copy the card 3 times. You may cast the copies without paying their mana cost. Exile Mnemonic Deluge. That sounds great. You get like millions of copies for exiling 1 card. Trent Sims with Combo Profiteering Mayor. Copy all the tokens. Even ones you make them make. It is so interesting. I kind of want to build them in Commander. By all means, go for it. It's a 3 mana 2/4 human advisor. It's apparently the mayor. I'm the mayor of this city. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, for each of them, create a tap token that's a copy of it. This ability only triggers once each turn, though. Whenever 1 or more tokens enter the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sick. It's a good value. Value all over the place. Pamno says, I've tried to make Campbell work in standard Merfolk? Merfolk? So you're an Esper, but the colors are a bit awkward. Yeah. You're jamming an Orzhov card in a blue deck. Or a blue-green deck. Tola Duck with Bind to Secrecy. Another alchemy card. And what is this? Is this a Merfolk here? Some sort of fishy-looking thing. 2 mana instant, choose 1. Counter target non-creature spell, where you can conjure a duplicate of target creature card in an opponent's graveyard into our hand, and it perpetually gains. You may spend mana or mana of any color to cast this spell. These are all Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's got Yu-Gi-Oh wording. If there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, draft a card from Bind to Secrecy spellbook. I was already done halfway. I was so done over there. I didn't have to go any further. Bill wants to super chat too. Thank you very much for your super chat, Bell. Benthic Explorers. It's also a Merfolk. 4 mana 2/4. Tap, untap a tapped land an opponent controls. Add 1 mana of any type that land could produce to your mana pool. Nope. Didn't copy anything. Took the resources somehow, but it's not a copy. You know, I don't hate alchemy just because I'm not forced to play it. So I can't hate what I'm not forced to play. People are allowed to do whatever they want to do in their lives. You want to play alchemy? You go play alchemy. Okay, we got to donate the super chats. Let's donate it to... Where's Christopher B? Christopher B always has like 12 cards to share with all of us. Did we do exchange of words from Turiat? Nope. 3 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, choose 2 target creatures. For as long as the exchange of words remains on the battlefield, exchange the text boxes of those creatures. I will count that. I'll count that weird switcheroo stuff. I miss cephalids. I wish I could make a cephalid deck in standard. Make a cephalid deck in another format. What's the strongest cephalid? Oh, you can make you could make the breakfast deck in Legacy. Cephalid Illusionist is like the most powerful cephalid in the history of Magic, I guess. Okay, Wandering picked Ral's Storm's Conduit. Boop. Oh, no, hold on. This is not it. Ral Storm. Is it called Storm's Conduit? Storms, or is it Storm Conduit? Storm Conduit, not Storms. Only one Storm around here. Wandering picked. 4 mana, 4 loyalty. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. +2, scry 1, -2. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy the spell. When you cast your next... Oh no, you can't copy your own stuff. Disqualified. Gotta copy other person's stuff. They were errated to octopus? No way. No way. They're an octopus. Unbelievable. I mean, maybe not that unbelievable. Maybe very believable. Looks like an octopus anyway. Wrong Ral. This is it. Oh, are you talking about the old one? Yeah. I got the wrong one. Okay, we got a little bit of lag there. Wandering picked. Everyone can see their lag now, actually, because of this thing. You can see how laggy you are in the stream. All you have to do is refresh the stream, and boom, you're there. Yeah, Scooby-Doo pulled the mask off. It was an octopus after all. It's more like just take their hat off. Was there a hat? Does this thing wear a hat? It's wearing some sort of helmet. Just take their helmet off. Oh my god, it's an octopus. Unbelievable. The lag is terrible. It's your fault, not mine. My internet is great. We did Vesuvan Doppelganger. Everyone wants Vesuvan Doppelganger on this show today. Oko steals. Stealing and copying are 2 different things. Oko don't work. We did fork. Wizards spellbook. The 7 mana artifact. Tap. Exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard. Roll d20. Activate only as a sorcery. Then 1 to 9. Copy that card. You may cast the copy. That's beautiful. And then also 10 to 19. Copy that card. You may cast the copy by paying 1 rather than paying the spell's mana cost. And also for 20, copy each card exiled with the wizard spellbook. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana costs. Nikachu has great internet, but you probably haven't met it. It lives in Canada. It's great internet. Best internet. It's weird. I have very good internet, and then there's a competitor that comes by, I don't know, once every 2 months trying to offer me a great deal, but their upload speeds are awful. And I just can't. So I'm like, what's your upload speed? Well, my upload speed is like 1,000. Was it? Is it gig? No, 1,000 megabytes per second. And they can only offer like 70. It's like, well, I'm sorry, we're not in the same league here. Upload is much more important than my download. What do we got here? Did we do Clone Legion? Pretty sure we did Clone Legion. Why is Wizard Spellbook so mana expensive? Well, you can perpetually copy stuff. The Clone Legion! For 9 mana sorcery, for each creature target player controls, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Not at instant speed, but good enough. It will work. You don't have a card? Cursed Mirror. Okay, Kano, do you know what? You're gonna get a card. The Cursed Mirror. Oh, this is the card that saw Legacy play. It's a 3-mana artifact, tap for a red, enters the battlefield. You may have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield until end of turn, except again, it has haste. So you ideally you just copy a something with an ETB, so you get value out of it, and it's like a random mana rock. Internet speed uses bits to measure. That's megabit, not megabyte per second. Yeah, megabits. And oh, Vesuvan Shapeshifter. Oh, it's different. Vesuvan Shapey Shiftery. Yeah, this is too low for me. The whole stream would crash constantly, and it used to under those conditions. 5 mana, 0/0 Shapeshifter. As it enters the battlefield or is turned face up. Oh, it's got Morph. You may choose another creature on the battlefield. If you do, until Vesuvan Shapeshifter is turned face down, it becomes a copy of that creature, except it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may turn this creature face down. Weird. You know what? This is a pretty good virtual copy of, maybe not perfect. Actually, it's not perfect at all. It's terrible. Oh no, but you can constantly morph it for 2 mana. Okay, it's a pretty good copy of the original Vesuvan Doppelganger. Keeping the spirit of the reserve list. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for the suggestions. It's a cool show. We copied everybody's homework to some degree. Okay, as usual, we do this show weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much for being here today. Without all your card suggestions, a super lively active chat. Christopher B, Jess, we have Bryce, Alan, Zach, the Blacklands Geo. Does casting your opponent's cards count? Nope. Hold on. No. You have to copy them. Steve Cooper, Argentina. Pabno, Benjamin Berkey, Little Deadfly. We have Cali Cation, Bell, Lord Jaraxus, and of course, Blacklands Geo. Thank you so much for being here. And as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourself, and I will see you at the next cup.